In this video, I'm sharing my top 9 tips with you about Facebook Live video streaming. Welcome to my channel. I'm Samantha Hope and I'm the Talent Attraction and Recruitment Specialist at a national law firm. I've been live video streaming for around 2 years and creating video content for a lot longer. So in this video, I'm going to share with you my 9 top tips that I've learned about live video streaming on Facebook, in the hope that you can go away and implement some of these things really easily within your business. So top tip number 1. Firstly, I'm going to talk to you about the setup and the equipment that you're using. If you're using Facebook, then all you need is the Facebook platform itself. Whether you're filming on a phone or on your laptop, you can just use Facebook and you don't need any third-party software. Of course, you can look into other software, maybe Wirecast, StreamYard or OBS, but for the basics and starting off, Facebook is a great place just to start off on its own. You're going to want to look into equipment such as a tripod, lighting, and a microphone to complement your setup. Now you can do it without all of these, but they will give it a professional edge. If you don't have a separate light, then just make sure that you're sat opposite a window so that you're benefiting from the natural light coming in. Light, airy videos do really well on Facebook, and they're much more engaging for people to watch and to stick around to watch the whole video. Next up is sound. Now, if you've got a good camera phone, then you'll have a fab mic on it. But if you're trying to get a number of people into the shot, then you might want to think about an external microphone. There's a couple of different ones that you might want to think about, either one that plugs straight into your phone or a wired one, a lapel mic, and they're both for slightly different circumstances. So a lapel you might use if you're just an individual person, or you might use it if you're filming in quite a busy or noisy atmosphere, because the lapel mic is likely to just pick up that one person that's talking. If you want to use a mic that plugs into the bottom of your phone, then that's going to pick up a lot more background sound. So they're not really suitable if you're in an area where there's a lot of background noise. So think about where you're going to be filming and then think about the mic that's going to be suitable for you. Now, I picked up a lav mic for about £10 and my mic that plugs into my phone was about £40 from Amazon. And I'll pop those links in the comments below so you can follow them if you want. It's really important to me that my equipment is portable and that I'm able to move it from location to location easily in the car, on the train, that I can carry it in a backpack, and it's not loads of stuff that I've got to take with me to work every day that I want to do a live video. So I use a small LED panel light, which is around this big, so it's really compact and easy to use. Just remember to charge the battery. I don't always charge the battery. When you're looking for a tripod, look for one that's got a spirit level attached. Lots of them have it integrated into the top. So that means when you're setting up your phone or camera on top of it, you can be sure that you're getting a good angle and you're not getting any lopsided pictures going on, which is of course going to make the video look a bit unprofessional. To keep all of the bits together, I use a gadget bag, and I'll link that in the comments for you below if you want to have a look. And this just keeps everything really tidy and neat. Inside, I have some spare charging cables and also a power bank, just in case I run out of charge on the phone or the light while I'm out on the go. When you're thinking about the setup, think about your Wi-Fi connection. This is really important, especially if you're filming in a location that's not your own. So you might need to connect onto a specific Wi-Fi. Firstly, you need to make sure that it's strong enough to support at least 4 megabytes per second upload speed. Now you can test the upload speed just by typing upload speed into Google, and a speed test button will come up and you can hit that and it will run a speed test on your internet connection for you. If you can, try and connect using an Ethernet cable, because that will give you a stable connection throughout your live video stream. The worst thing you want is the Wi-Fi network dropping out and dipping, or if somebody is downloading a video using the Wi-Fi in another room, your connection dips and the quality of your video and mic and sound and everything gets bad. Don't be bad. Okay, top tip number 2. Title, description, thumbnail. So when you are thinking about the video that you're going to produce, you need to give it an appropriate title. You want to engage people, you want to draw them in to watch this video, but you don't want it to be clickbait. You want it to be genuine for what you're talking about. I always like to put live now when I'm streaming live. So although people can see that it does come up with a live icon on Facebook, Again, it draws people in to have that live conversation with you. For the description, include the names of the guests that are in your video and a bit about what you're going to be covering in the video. The beauty of Facebook Live is that Facebook will post that video for you as soon as you've finished going live. Then you can jump on and edit your title, description, and tidy it up. So for example, if you put live now, when you go live, obviously once it's rebroadcast onto Facebook, you're not live anymore, so you want to change that. Also the description, sometimes conversations go off on a little bit of a tangent and take a different path. So you might want to update the description to include the different paths that you took in the conversation. Finally, a really important part after the video is a video thumbnail. What you want to include is a photo of you doing the video. Now, if you don't create one yourself, Facebook will choose one from the video and put it on for you. So you might get one of you talking like this, or like this. You don't want that. Try and take a photo in the environment where you've created the video and try and make sure it gives an idea of what you've been talking about. So if you've been talking about a specific product, then maybe you want to hold that product in that video thumbnail. You might also like to edit the thumbnail so that it's got some text on it, and that's going to give the viewer an immediate understanding of what the video is all about. My go-to place is Canva for creating video thumbnails and graphics for all of my social media accounts and YouTube. Canva.com is fantastic. It's a free platform. Of course, you can pay for add-ons, but it gives you the ability to become your own graphic designer. It's got templates and icons and stock images. So if you haven't checked out Canva yet, it's so easy to use. I'll link it below. Top tip number 3. Before you start filming, you need to think about your structure. Plan what you're going to talk about and the order that you're going to talk about it in. If you're live video streaming, don't be tempted to script your video. It's fine to plan, have a few bullet points, have an understanding of what path you're going to take when you're talking, but don't script it. The whole point of live video streaming is that it's authentic, genuine, engaging, and that it's the real you. So don't worry if you stumble over a couple of words. You're also probably wondering, how long should you go live for? The thing is with Facebook, it wants to keep you on the network. So the longer you're live streaming for, the more people it will naturally draw into your video. Facebook's going to do some of the work for you if you're putting great content out there. So my advice to you is think about the rebroadcast and how long are people realistically going to be watching your video for if they're sitting down to watch it. Now, I'd say anything from 10 minutes to 40 minutes is a fantastic length of time. Sometimes videos can go on a lot longer, especially if you've got a chatty guest on, and sometimes they might go on for over an hour, in which case I'd let your viewers know that at the beginning of the video that you expect this to be a long chat, or you might want to add it to the description afterwards to say this is a long conversation, but it's worthwhile, it's fantastic content, so why not watch the video on your iPad in the corner while you're making dinner? And for people who don't sit down just to solely watch a video, it gives them an idea of how they can watch your content while they're getting on with their everyday stuff. My top tip number 4, power pack the introduction. You've got between 3 and 10 seconds to bring your audience into your video. So it's no good starting off with a, "Hi, I'm Sam and I'm going to talk about this." It's too slow. Nobody's engaged with that. You want to get straight in there with what your video is all about. So often I watch Facebook Live videos where people take a while to get going. They say, "Are we live yet? Is anybody there? Hold on, we'll just wait until anybody joins the conversation." The thing is, by doing that, you're not thinking about your rebroadcast. When somebody's watching the broadcast after you've gone live, they want to just get straight into the video. So even if nobody's watching live, when you first hit that go live button, just get into it straight away. People will join, Facebook will share your video, and people will start watching you. Top tip number 5. Engagement and comments. I've said that Facebook will do the work for you and share your video, but to do that, it needs to know that it's good content. And how does Facebook know that it's good content? Well, there's people watching, there's people staying, watching throughout the whole video, and there's people liking and commenting. So what you want to do to create more reach organically on your video is get more people to comment and engage with your video. There's some really easy, simple tricks to get that engagement going. Firstly, when you first start filming, ask people where they're from. Automatically, this is creating engagement, people are typing, and Facebook knows that this is good content that you're sharing. Throughout your video, you might want to say, hit the love heart if you agree with what I'm saying, or give me the thumbs up if you like this. Again, that's creating that engagement. It sometimes sounds a bit cheesy when you first start saying it, but for the benefit of getting your good content out there, it's really important. Now, the key for comments is if you can create an environment where people comment on each other's comments on your video. That is really great content because it's creating a community, it's creating that engagement. You could perhaps say, okay, so if anybody else has asked a question and you know the answer, then you could go and comment and give them the answer. Let's create a community. Another great way as well is to get people to tag their friends or colleagues in the video. So you could say, tag a friend or a colleague that should be watching this video now, or hit that subscribe button. With engagement and comments, don't forget that you need to have a point of the video, something that you are asking people to do, and so you can include that in the way that you engage them. You might be asking them to sign up for your open day. So you could say, if anybody wants to sign up to our open day, just type yes in the comments and we will go through and send a personal link to everybody that wants to sign up. Top tip number 6. Think about how you're going to be able to reach into different markets or out to different people. You might have a guest on your video and then they'll share the video with their friends, colleagues, and their viewers as well. So your reach into that extra market that you're not really reaching at the moment becomes greater. Ask your audience what they want to learn about and what they want to see on the video. Are there any specific people that they would like to hear from? If there are, get those people on. There's certainly plenty of Instagrammers and YouTubers in the legal career space at the moment. And being able to reach out into some of those networks has been really successful for me. Top tip number 7. Tell people you're going live. Create an event on Facebook, email out to your mailing list, share on social media, email internally within your business. Just tell people that you're going live. Now, quite often you might feel like the live audience isn't very great, but it's the rebroadcast where you're going to see hundreds and thousands of people watching your content. So don't be disheartened if you find that the actual live viewers seems quite small. As you build up momentum and regular and consistent content and videos, people will come back because they know that you're sharing good stuff that they want to listen to. As well as telling people that you're going live, you also want to tell them that you've been live and that you've created a video. So by sharing that on social media, sharing it through your networks or YouTube or mailing lists is another great way to get that content out there. In my experience, there's quite a few people that still don't want to go onto Facebook for careers. They don't want to mix their personal and professional lives via Facebook. So for this reason, what I do is stream live on Facebook. Facebook then publishes that post and people can go on Facebook and view it. People can view that without a Facebook account as well, but still some people don't want to do that. So what you can then do is download the video straight off Facebook and then upload it to YouTube. Then you've got another link where people can view it. Now, I like keeping it within Facebook because the analytics and the tracking is really, really easy to understand in Facebook. We're going to come on to that a bit more in a second. Top tip number 8, track your stats. Facebook gives you some fantastic analytic data around your video, particularly around live streaming. And like I said, it doesn't work for you because it wants to keep you within that platform with people watching the content that they are pushing. If you've got great content, make sure you're tracking it. Think about the time that you're sharing your live streams. Think about the length of your videos. Think about the titles and the descriptions that you're including, and then look at the reach and how many views you are getting. You can also see on Facebook where and at what points in the video people have engaged, commented, and at what points they may have dropped off the video. So if you're coming across a key point within your video where you can see people are dropping off the video, so maybe 30 minutes, then maybe your videos are too long and you want to shorten them a little bit. Use that analytic data to inform what you do next. The analytics will also show whether this is a successful campaign and a good use of your time. Though Facebook Live videos are less time consuming than perhaps putting together a professional video, they still do take up your precious time, and you want it to be valuable. You want to know that you're creating results and that people are applying for your roles or coming to your website or whatever your goal is at the end of watching this video. So make sure you're tracking those stats via Facebook to make sure that's happening. Top tip number 9, be comfortable in yourself. If you're the one that's going onto video in front of the camera, then make sure you feel comfortable, you feel natural, and that you can be yourself, and never put anybody in front of the camera that doesn't feel that way about themselves, because it's really obvious straight away. Sometimes people can be fantastic presenters, really confident people in a room full of people, but as soon as you put them in front of a camera, they go a little bit camera shy. So just make sure that any guests that you get to come on your videos are comfortable sitting in front of the camera. Sometimes it just takes a little time to warm up as well. Just a couple of tricks to make sure people feel comfortable is firstly trying to get them sat on a static chair that doesn't swing. As soon as you put somebody on a chair that moves around, they start swinging. Make sure people have got a glass of water, especially if they're stumbling over their words. And I also think it's fantastic to get people to do a little power pose first, whatever that is to them. Or just shake it off. So those were my top 9 tips for going live on Facebook. Don't forget, those tips also apply for YouTube, Instagram, and LinkedIn if you're going live on any of those platforms. Facebook live videos is massive, and you want to be on there to be connecting with your audience, sharing careers advice, sharing your opportunities, and really drawing people in to learn what you've got to say. I really hope you enjoyed watching and listening to me share my top tips for you. If you did, make sure that you hit the thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching, and see you next time.